Hey guys, so today I am here to do what I hope will be a new series. I don't really know how many of them I'm going to do or whatever, but anyway, I just had this idea for this one and I figure I might as well go and do it. So I'm going to call this the Fix It or Fake It. So basically, topic for today is how do you fake or fix having radiant, luminous skin? So I'm going to talk about a skincare way to sort of fix the actual issue and then a makeup way of actually kind of faking it. So instant gratification versus long-term fix, that kind of thing. I think this is a nice way because it shows the intersection between skincare as well as makeup. So today we're talking about dull, lifeless skin that looks just not healthy. There's no glow there. There's no glow. So I know if most of you are into makeup, which you probably are, you're like, hey, grab some highlighter, girl. Get on that. Definitely. And that's going to be the fake it. The fix it, though, is going to be the skincare part of it, which some of you might know, some of you might not. That's what sharing is about. So sharing is caring. So I'm going to share my favorite way to fix my dull, dry skin. So I do have normal to dry skin. I find the best way to amp up my skin and get more of a glow, that healthy glow, is by using chemical exfoliants. Chemical exfoliants are like lactic acid, glycolic acid, salicylic acid. They help to remove the dead skin cells on the top of your skin, or in the case of salicylic, they actually go into the pores to clean them out. That's why you see salicylic in all of the acne medications, because it's in there to help clean out the pores, which is one of the causes of acne. So my so far favorite, and this is a fairly new product, I think I've been using it for about 6 weeks. My favorite way to actually fix dull or dry skin is by using this chemical exfoliant from Makeup Artist Choice. It is called the Radiance Peel. You can find this on their website. They're an online only company. This is the sample size. This is a ½ ounce. And I've used it about 6 times, I think, and it's down to about the top of the label. So you get a lot for your money. It's about $15 for this and then like $5 shipping. This stuff is amazing. It's amazing. So I bought it based on good reviews on Makeup Alley, and I have to say that it worked amazingly for me. Now, if you have sensitive skin, if you are on Accutane, Retin-A, anything where you're like making your skin shed more frequently, which is what most of those medications do, proceed with caution. They have lots of other options on their website, and I'm sure if you email them, they'll be really helpful in trying to find you one that's a little bit lower dosage. This has primarily lactic acid in it, and it does kind of smell like, it doesn't smell great. No chemical exfoliants smell good, basically, unless there's added fragrances to them, because they smell like acid. But, so back up. All right, so how you use this, it's a once a week peel. You use this once a week. You wash your face, you dry your face, totally dry. And as with any chemical exfoliant, your face really needs to be bone dry, totally dry before you put anything on. It should not be damp. If it's damp, you're going to neutralize the acid before it can do anything to your face and, do any of the reasons why you're putting it on your face. So clean, dry face, and then I just shake it up, unscrew it. It's just an open cap. I use my finger and I apply it from my forehead down in downward motions. You leave it on for 5 minutes. I start timing it once I've got my whole face covered in this, and you won't really see it. It dries pretty quickly. They do recommend doing a patch test first for just to check to see if you have any reactions, like at the top of your neck, base of your jaw, and I did do that. I would recommend doing that if it's your first time using it, just to make sure, and to see how long you can tolerate having it on. My skin was pretty tolerable to chemical exfoliants, so I'm able to leave it on for the full 5 minutes. And then you rinse off with warm water. You want to make sure that you are rinsing your face completely and thoroughly. The one time I don't think I rinsed properly, like right up near my forehead, and like 20 minutes later I was like, why is my head so itchy? Yeah, it got a little red. So it wasn't a big deal. It calmed down that night, and you definitely want to do this at night. Don't want to do this in the morning. This is not a pre-party peel, I would say. This is the night before or a couple nights before. and it truly does make your face look like glass. I actually went down to my building manager the next day, like the morning after I had done one, and without any makeup on, because I was just running down to drop off my check or like ask him something, and he said, "What did you do to your face?" He's like, "Your face looks like glass." No lie, that's what he said. I am not embellishing that at all. So truly makes your face look like glass. It's gonna feel incredible, especially if you've never used chemical exfoliants before. You do need to make sure that you moisturize really well afterwards. And I wanted to show my favorite moisturizer for after doing chemical exfoliants. And this is actually a serum. It's the Caudalie Venosource SOS serum. I did get this free from work. I've used a decent amount of it. I use this most nights unless I'm trying to use up other serums, and I've definitely used this every time after I use my chemical exfoliant. You also have to make sure that the moisturizer you're using, so I definitely recommend a hydrating serum and a moisturizer after you use this. You need to make sure they don't have any other chemical exfoliants in it. So they can't have like lactic acid, glycolic acid, salicylic acid. You want to make sure that you're using gentle serums and moisturizers that are going to really hydrate after you use this. So this is my first recommendation. If you don't want to order online, or if this sounds like too intense or scary for you, I would recommend Peter Thomas Roth makes some excellent ones that are very good at price point. And that was actually the first chemical exfoliant I ever used, was his Un-wrinkle peel pads. I think I was like 16 when I got them. I told you, I love chemical exfoliants. It's my jive. The Un-wrinkle peel pads, I think they're like, I want to say they're like $36. They're somewhere around there. I forget how many you get. Do you get 30 or 60? Either way, they're a decent price point, and he tells you to use them like twice a week or 3 times a week, and that's not too often. It's a decent amount of time. They're 20% alpha hydroxy acid, beta hydroxy acid, and a gamma hydroxy acid, which is like actually a moisturizer, so whatever. It's like linolenic acid or whatever. So alpha hydroxy acids clean off the surface skin. The beta is basically salicylic. That's what actually goes in and cleans out the pores. So the Un-wrinkle peel pads are a good choice. And if you're like really hesitant, he also has the gentle correction ones, which you just leave on. You don't rinse them at all. They're very gentle. Or the First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance pads are really popular too. So are the Dr. Dennis Gross peel pads. I mean, chemical exfoliants are becoming more and more popular and more available at lots of places. So I just wanted to show you my favorite one is this one. My second favorite one is probably the Un-wrinkle peel pads. I just think they're a really good price point for what you get. Anyway, so that's my fix it. So if you want to actually fix your skin and get rid of the dullness, the dryness, and the flakiness, chemical exfoliants, hydrating serum, and a good moisturizer afterwards will do you wonders. If you want to fake it, let's get some highlighter out. So I've been wearing my Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana powder as an all-over setting powder. They call this a bronzer. It's clearly not a bronzer. I know people use it as a highlighter. It's really not that like shimmery in my opinion, and it pretty much matches my skin tone. So I use the Real Techniques buffing brush to just stamp it on my face to set my liquid foundation, and I've been enjoying that, and I get pretty many compliments on how my skin looks when I use this. So I think that it really does help to sort of fake it when my skin still just isn't giving that glowy look to it. The other product is the Laura Geller Matte Radiance Baked Powder and Highlight 01. This is a little sample deluxe size from a 500 point perk. I'm wearing that on my cheekbones right now, like right in a C. And I'll swatch it for you though. This is really the thing where it looks like nothing in the pan, but on your face it looks amazing. And I cannot tell you how many times a day I get so many compliments on how glowy my skin is. You know, that kind of thing. And that, I think, look at that shine. Love it. I love shine. I love highlighters. I really do. It's just my thing. So I really attribute it to both using my skincare and using my highlighters. I get a little oily on my nose, so I sometimes will powder that, but really that's more like pore issues on my nose. So faking it, a great way to do that is an illuminating setting powder. This one really is only going to work for girls who are about my, or girls, women, ladies, gents, whoever wants to partake in this, who are like my color, which is like an N10, maybe up to an N20, like in MAC terminology, because it doesn't give super crazy coverage. But there are other companies who do illuminating setting powders. Cover FX has one. I think Stila has one. Or even the mineral powders as a setting powder. Mineral powders tend to give more of a luminous glow to the skin. And I do run the highlighter down the bridge of my nose, my Cupid's belt, and I touch my chin a little bit too. But you can see, oh, and I forgot to tell you, I wanted to say this too. I use the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush to apply it, and I concentrate it pretty much. Like I am not scared to put it on at all. So really, I know that like matte skin is very in right now, but don't be afraid. I truly am telling you guys, I get so many compliments on my skin, and I really don't think I do anything special. Chemical exfoliants and illuminizers, and there are all different kinds of illuminizers, but the Mercier one I've received tons of compliments on. Even when I just wear the Wet n Wild, I get tons of compliments on that too. So definitely try to fix it or fake it. Is that cheesy? That was pretty cheesy. Oh well. If you guys have any other ideas that I can use for that, or you can tell me if you hate it, that's okay too. I'd prefer it if you didn't, but if you want to tell me, that's cool too. Yeah, and let me know if you've tried any of these products, what your favorite highlighting products are, what your favorite skincare products are to get your skin looking healthy and glowy. Anyway guys, thank you so much for listening to me. Hopefully it wasn't too rambly. I will talk to you guys later.